to leave after undergoing tests. It's 9 days since Coulthard won the British Grand Prix. Remarkably, the 29-year-old McLaren Mercedes Formula One driver is expected to drive in the Spanish Grand Prix this coming weekend. Tonight he issued a statement saying he was relieved that he and Heidi were unhurt. He said they were very lucky to walk away alive. He also expressed his deepest sympathy to the families of the two dead pilots. John McIntyre, BBC News.
There's still no sign of an end to the severe drought that's been affecting vast areas of North and West India. One of the worst hit regions is Rajasthan, where farmers are losing their livestock and the situation is said to have become desperate.
Many of their menfolk have gone to seek work elsewhere. These women have stayed behind to do battle with their bone-dry land. The desert has closed in. Here, over what was once a pond with abundant water. As this drought tightens its grip, it is the bone collectors who are being kept busier by the day. Cattle die of lack of water, hunger and disease. But because there are so many, even the carcasses are fetching less. This is happening in a state where livestock are vital to the economy. There were warnings that 2 disappointing monsoons would have this kind of impact. There's barely anything left for the animals to graze on. Ratnaram tends his dwindling flock of sheep. He's now lost nearly 200. This lamb died during the night.
We share our food with the animals, but they still die. And this is just the start of summer. Maybe all of them will die.
His wife prepares the meals. Like others, she says today they're living on bread alone. She's worried about malnutrition. There's now an influential ally who sees it as the drought's silent emergency.
The situation here can deteriorate dramatically if we don't pay much attention. The risk is that a large proportion of this population may suffer the consequences of this situation for the rest of their life.
A couple bring their cows into a cattle camp. Here, at least, there is free fodder. They've been set up as a short-term measure to try to stem the livestock losses. People here are used to toughing it out, to coping in extreme conditions. But the cumulative effects of this drought are taking their toll in many ways. And the fear here is very real that if the livestock deaths continue on this scale, the human population will become increasingly vulnerable too. Mike Wooldridge, BBC News, Barmer District, Rajasthan.
Well, joining me now on the line from Manila in the Philippines is our correspondent there, John McLean. John, we understand that there are reports concerning the hostages being held in Holo, that 2 of them may well have died in the fighting with Philippine army troops. What can you tell us?
Yes, these are just reports so far. A man who identified himself as Commander Robot, the leader of the kidnappers, Commander Robot is an alias, has told the local television network that 2 of the hostages are dead. He didn't identify the hostages. He said one was a woman, one was a man. One had been killed by gunfire during an exchange of fire with government troops. The other had died of a heart attack.
These, of course, are rebel claims. There is no suggestion that they were killed by the rebels themselves, if indeed they are dead.
Commander Robot would not say or could not say where the fatal bullet came from, if indeed it was a fatal bullet, but certainly there was an exchange of fire between government troops and the kidnappers yesterday, in which 1 government soldier was killed, 4 were wounded, and an undetermined number of kidnappers were also hit.
John McLean in the Philippines capital, Manila. For now, many thanks. This is BBC News.
Hello again. Well, over the last few days we've seen a lot of thundery activity through many parts of Europe, and today is going to be no different. High pressure though out towards the east means things are a bit more settled, and as we push into tomorrow, that high pressure area pushing further east, extending down towards southern parts of Italy, but we continue with the thundery weather out towards the west. So if you are travelling off to the near continent over the next couple of days, well, starting off in the south first of all, You may run into some thundery showers in Nice, where we're seeing highs of 17 degrees Celsius, but you will in Athens with 23, that's 73 Fahrenheit, but at least by tomorrow things should brighten up. For Northern Europe, well, again, we've got some mixtures of sunshine, some showers around. Berlin looking quite pleasant. 22 degrees Celsius today is 72 Fahrenheit. But in London, quite a cloudy day, and the cloud will be slow to clear. Generally, in eastern areas of the country and central and southern parts too, we're starting the day with a fair amount of cloud, some hill fog and misty conditions. Once again, west is best. We're seeing some lovely sunshine here, and through the course of the day it will brighten up too in eastern parts of Scotland. But we're always going to have the thicker cloud clinging to the southeast of England in particular, and that is likely to be thick enough from time to time to produce the odd spot of drizzle. So again, as a result of the cloud and indeed the wind coming from a chilly source, we are looking at temperatures between 11 and 13 degrees Celsius in the east. But pull away to the west, where we're seeing some sunshine and lighter winds with highs of 18 degrees Celsius in Wales at 64 Fahrenheit. That will feel very pleasant. Then for Thursday, we continue with the cloud in eastern areas. Dry and bright after a cloudy start for many western parts, but the northwest of Scotland seeing thicker cloud with rain pushing into the northeast through the afternoon.
It's the new, improved World Business Report.
Whatever you do for a living, make this your business. Next on BBC News 24.
Who knows his stuff?
You were an IRA commander in Delhi.
Who says?
You did.
Who doesn't give up?
Can I just finish my question here?
And adds a touch of charm. Tim Sebastian, Royal Television Society Interviewer of the Year, with Hard Talk, weeknights at 9:30 on BBC News 24.
An object of desire that can build an empire or divide a nation. It can be invested in the future or gambled on a fortune. It can feed an indulgence or provide a loaf of bread. The power of money revealed. Business updates, 26 minutes past the hour on BBC News 24.
Hello, this is BBC News 24 with me, Clarence Mitchell. At exactly 2:30, the latest news headlines. Commonwealth leaders have